What's up, fellas? RoseCraft blades. Beaver Creek Barlow. This thing is impressive. Is that a scratch on the bolster? No. Pardon the fingerprints. This thing is a fingerprint magnet. I'm thinking about wearing gloves for the videos. I don't love the idea of wearing gloves, but I mean my hands, there's so many fingerprints. Anyway, RoseCraft blades. What do I think? What do you think? I think this thing is awesome. I am very impressed. Let's jump into it. What is this? It's a Barlow. It's a pocket knife. It is, in my opinion, RoseCraft blades, which to my knowledge is a new brand, unveiled at 2023 Blade Show. I think. I might be wrong, but I think that's correct. What is it? I think it's their take on, somebody's already completing my sentence, a TC Barlow. Their take on it. It is not an homage. I'm not trying to say that they're homaging this knife. I'm not trying to say they're ripping it off. I mean, I'm going to do a separate video, I guess, on this next to a TC. This is significantly bigger than a TC. It's not trying to be a TC Barlow. It just takes some cues from it. It's got an etched RoseCraft there, which I'll say in a minute. I'll just say it now. I don't love that. I'm not trying to complain. And I probably shouldn't lead off with that because I love the knife. I think they did a phenomenal job on this knife. I've heard people complain about a few things. Okay, I guess we can touch on those. I would say I love it. I would say it would be cooler if they stamped that in there, though. Don't you think? If they stamped that bolster with RC, that would be cool. Just charge $5 more. That's what I think. That's my opinion, though. And who am I? You know, somebody else may say, you know what, thanks, bro, but I'm not trying to spend another $5. Okay, good. I don't know how long that's going to last, especially if this thing, you could use it, man. I mean, throw it in your pocket and use it. D2 tool steel, this thing's not going to rust on you. It could rust, I guess, theoretically. D2 is not stainless. But it's a great steel. It's, for all intents and purposes, as of now, it seems like they did a phenomenal job on the heat treat. This thing is sharp. It came sharp. It's staying relatively sharp. I haven't used it a lot, but I've used it, and it's great, man. I mean, I'll just say I want to oil it, but like that. I think that should just snap down, and it will if I oil it. Walk and talk is great. Listen to that. Spring is strong. Very nice. Very nice. The bone, I think they call it bourbon bone or whatever. Look at it. I mean, look at the bone. It's gorgeous. I think they did a phenomenal job on that. You know, I've heard people say, well, it's not really bourbon. I don't know. I don't care. Call it whatever you want. Sunset bone. Is that nice? What makes you feel all warm and fuzzy? Sunset? Bourbon bone. That's what they call it. It's nice. It's beautiful. I mean, it's really nice. I really think that the bone, they did a great job on that. Really took a nice color. It's got a nice character to it. Both sides are very well, they're even, they're consistent. The pins are phenomenal on this thing. The transitions are great. I mean, really, they're great. Look at the back spring. Look at the back spring. This is my thing. I try not to be a crazy person about like every detail of fit and finish, although that's probably not true. I do appreciate a well fit and finish knife. My thing really, though, is the back spring. When that back spring is tight to the liners and tight to the covers and tight to the bolster, it just gives me the warm and fuzzies. I mean, it's one of the clearest ways to see that this thing is made with intent. It's made with skill. And they care about what they're doing. I mean, you have to care about what you're doing to put that together. I mean, it's nice. There it is. It's nice. Really nice. Some people complain about that swedge. Doesn't bother me. I mean, actually, before I heard people complaining about it, I looked at it and I was like, that's cool. It hits the light kind of cool. And you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me it's like they're trying to be like a little, not modern pocket knives, like with the crazy like carbon fiber covers and the titanium bolsters and the M390 steel and the whatever. But it is, it's a traditional pocket knife. This is, although it does have D2 steel. But I'll say it just, it kind of catches the light there. It makes it look kind of strong, kind of imposing. I think it sets it apart a little bit. I think it's kind of cool. I think some people might think, well, that's like the first step into then polishing that swedge down and making it more refined. And so then what they did here is they saved money on that. Whatever, man. I mean, here's the deal. This thing is, what is it? $55 or something? Which for a lot of people is a lot of money for a knife. I mean, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money in general. But as far as traditional pocket knives go, with this level of fit and finish, it's good. I mean, it's hard to get a knife that looks like this for $55. That's the point. With this quality of steel, with this quality of heat treat, with this quality of edge. I mean, this thing is a worker. Look at the plunge on that thing. Look at the plunge. I'll talk about that in a second. It is nice. Very nice. Another thing that people complain about is that you'll see a mark there on just above the tang that makes it, there was a sticker there. Used to be a sticker. That sticker says China. People are very adamantly against that sticker being there. I'm sure a lot of people know this, so I'm not trying to come off like I'm some smarty pants. But the reason why, I haven't heard anyone say this though, so I'm just gonna say it. The reason why that sticker is there, people, is so that they don't then stamp the tang with China. Doesn't that tang stamp look nice? There's the emblem, there's D2 steel, and that's the model number. It doesn't say stamped on the tang, made in China. RoseCraft blades, beautiful. If they didn't put the sticker there, by law, they have to tell you that it's made in China. That's their way of doing it. So take the sticker off, you can get rid of that little mark, and boom. It's a beautiful knife. I'm not trying to say that they're hiding the fact that it's made in China, but whatever. They don't want it to say China there. Otherwise, they would have stamped it in the tang. So they put a sticker on there. Good for them. I think that's smart. I like it. I don't mind that it's made in China. I mean, well, I'll say, I support the U.S. I'm American, always been American. The United States is the best country on earth. Do we have our issues? Sure we do, but we also are still the best country on earth. The point is, I'm not against it being made in China. I buy American when, as, and if I can. Okay. But I'm a free market guy. All right. And so I'm not trying to get into a tiffy on what that means right now. I'm just simply saying some people get no knives made in China. That's not me. Here's the deal. This knife is put together better than a case. I have a couple of cases, a number of case knives. This knife is put together better than a case. Now, granted, it's still $60. I mean, some cases cost $60. What I'm saying is, case has no excuse to give me a knife with gaps in the back springs, with bad centering. Look at the centering. Look at the centering. Beautiful. With oddly cut swedges. Now, say what you like about this swedge, but it's not oddly cut. It's very consistently ground. Very nice. All right. Like, now, Case is a national treasure. It's an American company. It's highly respected, as it should be. They've been putting traditional pocket knives in the hands of folks for a long time, and I hope they continue to do that. But what I'm saying now is, it's 2023. All right. Traditional pocket knives have taken off thanks largely to Gradation Cutlery. If you can buy a knife like this for $60, if it comes from China, if it comes from wherever, if it comes from Finland, if wherever it comes from, if they are able to put this knife out at this quality level, I'm not talking about the price right now, I'm talking about the quality level, then other companies need to step up their game. So what somebody will say is, well, in China, they have like the wage disparity there. They're paying people pennies on the dollar. That's ethically wrong. I would say, do I wish that they would not do that? Yes. Yes. Do I think it's wrong? Yes, I do. But anyway, it's I'll leave it here. I'm not trying to go on some. I'll get off my soapbox, but all I'm going to say is the people who will not buy a Chinese-made pocket knife are probably wearing a T-shirt from China. So not that I disagree with you, but what I'll say, or your car. Where's your car made? Where's the leather from your American-made car from? You know what I'm saying? Where do you draw that line? So what I'm saying is, it's almost it's another conversation for another video. But what I'm saying is, if they can put this beautiful knife out with this level of finishing, for me, it's about quality. All right, I don't care where the thing comes from. If you make it well, I'm interested, and this thing is made well. So that's all I'll say there. Even though I said a lot, I'm sorry about that. It's a beautiful knife, man. The pins are flush. The transitions are excellent. Excellent. The what was this, a sheep's foot? It's not a ram's foot, although maybe it is a ram's foot. I guess a ram's foot is where it gets wider as it gets further away from the tang. Maybe it's a ram's foot. Definitely not a Warney. It's sheep's foot, ram's foot. Potato. Awesome knife. Really. Way to go, RoseCraft, I think. Look at this. It just makes me happy. Look at the backspring termination. It's darn near 90 degrees, if not 90 degrees. Look at the centering on the backspring termination. Is that a picture? That's nice. That's very nice. Very well done. Blade well, nice and clean. Look at that. It's very good. Well done. I'm sorry about the fingerprints. I might have to start wearing gloves. Love the color of the bone. I dig it. So I'm excited what they're going to do. I mean, this is really, it's a user. In terms of specs, check it out online. Look it up online. Google it. It'll come right up. I don't know. I would guess that this thing is 3 3/4, something like that. Again, it's hand filling. It's not that thin. I mean, it's not thick, but it's a user, man. This thing can be used. It's great. Perfect. Awesome walk and talk. Snaps open, snaps closed. Great job, RoseCraft blades, I think. I dig it. What do you think? Very nice. I think they were recently dropped. I mean, within the last month or so they're relatively new. For the money, what can you get? You can get a Rough Rider Reserve and China made. Very nice. Very nice. I'm not knocking on Rough Rider Reserves. What I'll say is, my opinion on that is, I think that RoseCraft is doing way better work with their bone than RoseCraft. I don't have a huge sample set to analyze that. What I'll say though is, for the bones that I have, see if I can. This is a crude example. Let me just see. I think I have another Rough Rider actually right here. All right, this is not fair because this is not a Rough Rider Reserve. All right, so I'm not trying to say that this is a fair comparison, but can I just say, first of all, this is just a regular Rough Rider. This knife costs $20. It's pretty nice for $20. What drew me to it is it's carbon steel. Sorry for the fingerprints. Carbon steel. So I haven't used this thing much. Awesome knife for carbon steel. I mean, I'll say I thought that the bone coverage would have been higher quality though. So it kind of is a little bit of a turnoff. Pinched bolsters, lined, nickel silver. Back spring is pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good. It's $20. And but the thing is, I'll say, what kind of bothers me is that there's like some kind of synthetic whatever on the bone. It's like 3D printed bone. It might be plastic. I don't know. But you see that? I didn't know that that was there. I might not have gotten it, even though it's $20, because there are other knives. I mean, man, it's competitive now. There are a lot of knives out there vying for your dollar. I'm not gonna flip out. It's a nice knife. The other thing I hear is that this bone, like this is black ink, which is okay, whatever. It's a $20 knife, man. It's not burnt, which is obviously, whatever. But so this ink will just come off in time. So what I'm thinking about doing is cleaning this off and then burning it myself, or just cleaning it all off and seeing what it looks like. The jigging is nice. I mean, it looks like stag, but the quality of the bone might not be there. Again, the point is, listen to the walk and talk though. Very nice. Very nice. Point is, this is not a fair comparison, but that bone is better than that bone. Even if you took a Rough Rider Reserve, I'm pretty sure that a lot of Rough Rider Reserves come in micarta, right? Like canvas micarta, blue denim micarta, whatever. And it's beautiful, man. I mean, it looks like the transitions on those knives are phenomenal. Centering is great. I think they're using D2. It's real nice. But what I'll say is this is something else. I have not seen. They do. I don't know what they call it, but they have a Barlow. It's very popular. It's got like an arrowhead shield on it. It might be a little bit smaller than this knife. Don't quote me. I've seen it in tan micarta. Okay, it looks great. I want to pick one of those up. They're sold out everywhere I see. This bone though is something else. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen Rough Rider Reserve do that. Also, I'm just going to say this back spring is perfect. That's what I'll say. I realize I hear my son just woke up from his nap, so mommy is running errands. So I have to go grab my son out of the crib. But really nice. What do you think about it? What are your thoughts? Tell me anything you like. Are you pro knives made in China? Are you not? Are you only American? Are you not? Do you not care about any of that? You just want to talk about the knife? Power to you. I don't blame you. What do you think? I think it's a beautiful knife. Really. I mean, well done, RoseCraft. Well done. Win for the money. You have to pay a little bit to get this kind of quality. It's not GEC level, but neither is the price. Peace.